Aston Villa against Manchester United. But disappointment for them. Let's hear from Diogo Dalot. He is with Pat Davison.
Diogo, what was your sense today? Did it almost feel like one of those days where just everything went against you?
I think we had really good moments during the game. We kept pressing them high. We knew that they wanted to play long, and then if we win the second balls, we could control the game. I think we did it quite well in the first half. One or two chances that they had it. Great first goal. Credit also to Morgan. It was a great goal. And then on the second half, I think we tried to do the same things. On the ball, I think we were quite comfortable. I think we could have been a bit more direct, try to find the spaces in behind because they had a quite high line. And then we have to kill the chances that we had.
There's a couple of very similar goals that they scored. From a defensive point of view, anything you could have done about it? I don't just mean you personally, I mean as a team.
Yeah, obviously. We knew that they could try to find Morgan in the wide areas, and then they would do movements to attract the space, and then he could drive the ball inside. I think we could have avoided also those type of movements. But again, I think we did enough to score more goals. We couldn't take the chances that we had, and I think that's the overall for today.
How big a blow was it to lose Bruno when you did, and either at half-time or just now going into the changing room? Has he said anything about how he's feeling?
Yeah, it's massive. We don't know how bad it is, but for him to come off the game, we know how tough he is for him to come off, and hopefully it's not too bad, and we keep with him for the next games.
Yeah, is this going to be a really testing period for you? I think Kobe injured in training yesterday. Bruno potentially today, the players that have gone off to AFCON, the other guys you're without. Is this going to be, for the rest of you, a real test of your character?
Yeah, but this is the times where opportunities come for other players, and that's the time we have to you step up and you show that you deserve to be in the team, that you deserve to play more minutes. I think that's how the players that are going to get opportunities should look at. And at the end, we're Man United. We have to find a way to win.
So no moaning, no moping, can't afford it?
No, it's impossible from us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They're a very efficient team, Ashley.
Yeah, they are, and especially around the final third. Like you say, that Man United have more touches in the final third, yet Aston Villa have come off with the win. So they're more affected in the final third, and I think you've been seeing that in the last 10 games, especially the way they've gone about their jobs. And when it's right, when the chances come up, they're putting them away. You saw Morgan Rogers today. He was everywhere. He's picking up pockets of space, and at times he was standing still. He was getting the ball, and a lot of stuff has come through him. But it was a team game, and like we said, they didn't play too well today, but they managed to get the 3 points.
Roy mentioned it earlier that Villa were able to be paid.
In my opinion, he's a game changer. He's playing with confidence. As a team, you're thinking if we don't play too well, as long as we can keep it tight at the back, Morgan Rogers is going to do something out of the ordinary, and he's producing at the moment. But you don't want to keep on relying on him week in, week out, because you can't just keep on performing like that. Otherwise, you'll be putting up figures like Ronaldo and Messi, and that doesn't happen.
Paul was saying that he prefers the second of Morgan Rogers' goals, but they were both really good finishes, even if they were sort of opportunities that were given to him. And the best angle of both of them was from Michael Oliver, who was perfectly positioned.
Really good position, yeah. And again, it takes a lot of confidence for a team like Villa to be the home team and still sit in and almost let United have possession, but you're still controlling the tempo. And when he gets in this position, we all kind of know what he's going to try and do. Why United defenders are letting him do that. And this is, do you know what it is? It's world class. And this touch here just takes the sting out of it because I think it's going to run away from him. And United have got to liven up here. Dalot, they've got to defend better, but take nothing away from him. And you know what? The last few months he's been outstanding. You keep thinking, is he going to keep it going? Is he going to keep this standard level of play up? And he sure is. And what a brilliant finish that is. And the referee, as we see, got the best position here. No chance for the goalkeeper. He's got a bit of whip on it, pace. The player, confidence must be sky high. Great goal.
I'm only saying why it's a better goal. The other one, he makes his mind up, the defender. If you watch this goal, when it comes to him, his touch is phenomenal, and his second touch is with the outside of his foot to take it away from the defender. If you see this now, he touches it the outside of his foot to keep it away from the defender, and then he whips in. If his touch ain't good, you watch this touch, and then the one on the outside of the foot takes it away. If he takes a bad touch or one and takes it with the inside of his foot, the defender will get across. It's a phenomenal goal, and it's happening at pace as well. It's lightning quick. It's brilliant.
And they're big goals. It's big moments. As if they're 3-0 up against a lesser team. These are big moments for Aston Villa. Go back to the momentum, and what he's done there with the touches Mercer's mentioned, that is world class. These are world class moments,
world class celebrations as well. Was there a touch of the Paul Merson's about that second goal, do you think? You couldn't possibly say.
No. You see things on a pitch, and it's the detail, the touch. Because as soon as that comes to him, his first thing is he lightens up. You think, I'm going to score here, and everything gets quick. He's touching. It's just that one with the outside of the right foot to take it away, to whip it. Anything else, but he can't score. The touch is phenomenal, and it's all at pace as well, which makes it even better.
And also, you look at people like Watkins, making something out of a bad ball. These are all little details that players have. Sometimes it doesn't have to be a great cross into the box. Watkins trying to get across people, and you get the little breaks, and then you hope these players who are in top form produce a world-class finish. And again, big moments for Aston Villa, because before the game you're thinking United's record's pretty decent. United have a bit of control, have a couple of chances, but when I was looking at Villa, there was definitely great self-belief. There was a calmness to the player going, yeah, we're not at it, but I tell you what, when we get our moments, we punish you. That's exactly what they did.
Morgan Rogers' upturn in form has coincided with Aston Villa's upturn in form after a really poor start to the season, both for the team and for the individuals. But it's not just about the 2 goals, his performance today. It was his all-round contribution.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And we're obviously going to talk a lot about his 2 goals, what he produced today. But like you say, it's all round, and he's in that position where I think he's playing as a number 10, but he wants to get on the ball. He's affecting the game. He's getting crosses in the box. He's getting on the half turn to get the team up the pitch. He's running the ball up the pitch. He knows he's got to do everything he can for this team. And the 2 goals were, like you say, excellent. But it's his work rate, off the ball, on the ball. He knows he's in the team to do a job, and he's doing it every game. And like we say, is this going to be too much? They're relying on him too much, but you don't want to do that. But you want everybody to contribute. But when he does that, and when he is contributing in this way, it's fantastic for him. And he's in great form. And
there is that real connection that they have with the fans, which is always much easier to have when you're winning football matches. There's always a much nicer relationship.
Where does deserve credit for the manager? 3 or 4 months ago, Villa, they just looked like they were gone. They looked like the belief, the hangover from last season, not getting the Champions League, and the way they've rediscovered their form, that momentum, that belief, the feel-good factor. Obviously at Villa, they've got a world-class manager, and these players they're like world-class players now.
World-class, and potentially playing on the world stage at this summer's World Cup. And he was giving his shirt to the young fan who had the England flag with the message on, asking for his shirts. The problem for Morgan Rogers is that no matter how well he plays, there are a whole host of potential number 10s for England this summer.
But as we talk today, he's got the shirt. It's his shirt today, and that's all he can do is keep on keeping it in the day. Don't worry about what's going to happen in 6 months' time. Just keep on doing what you're doing. Take it a game at a time, training session at a time, and live in the moment. And if he keeps on doing what he's doing, he'll start. And I don't see how he don't start, because the thing is here, he's going to play. You look at Eze might not get back in the Arsenal team for a while. He might be in and out. He will keep on playing. He's going to be first choice here. Even when it's not going too well, he'll still play. And what is there? 2 more friendlies? Mm-hmm. He'd probably have to play 1 more good game for England, and he starts in the World Cup.
I think it's one of them that, we've got a lot of games left of the season as well, and who knows, he could have a dip in form. And right now, like you're saying, he's got that number 10 shirt, of course. And if he keeps on playing the way that he's playing, he's definitely going to be that number 10. But a lot of things can change.
And there's so many variables in all of that, which is what Thomas Tuchel wants from his number 10. He likes players who are quite adaptable and can play in different positions. But as things stand, do you think, having seen a lot of England, do you think that Morgan Rogers is the right fit for them?
He's the man at the moment, without a doubt. But we know football can change quickly. We've seen players can get injured, loss of form. But the good thing is he's got momentum, and of course this team has. It's not as if he's playing in a team that are struggling. The feel-good factor must be there from the whole Villa group. Like I said, even during the game, he felt I thought they'd get over the line. The fact he's in conversation with all these other brilliant players like Foden and Palmer tells you how much progress he's made over the last 6 to 12 months. The England manager obviously likes him. He's one of the main men now at Aston Villa. He's just got to keep that going. But that's the challenge for any top player. When he's producing them moments, to keep it going, to be consistent and turn up. And he's doing it in the big moments. And these are big goals for Aston Villa. But the challenge is now he's got a big week coming up. Chelsea, Arsenal, and we'll be looking at Rodgers in the next good games and go, let's see, are you really the top guy? And the top guys deal with the pressure and the expectation. And so far over the last few months, every time a question's been asked of him, again, regarding England, the challenges with that, and he's gone, no, I can deal with it. He's shown great kind of personality and a character. He spoke well after the game there. He's enjoying these moments, and why shouldn't he? You know, these are the best days of his life. Enjoy it, embrace it, now kick on.
Yeah, his goal's the difference.
Manchester United suffered a frustrating 2-1 defeat away to Post Aston Villa, a result that once again exposed their ongoing struggles for control, consistency, and ruthlessness in key moments. Playing at Villa Park, United started cautiously, allowing the home side to grow in confidence as the game progressed. Villa were rewarded just before halftime when Morgan Rogers produced a moment of quality, cutting inside and curling a brilliant shot beyond the goalkeeper. United responded almost immediately, showing character as Matheus Cunha capitalized on a defensive error to level the score before the break. At 1-1, the game felt finely balanced. The second half, however, belonged largely to Villa. United lost composure in midfield, especially after Bruno Fernandes was forced off with injury. Rogers struck again in the 57th minute, reacting quickest after a set piece to restore Villa's lead. Despite late pressure and several hopeful deliveries into the box, United lacked cutting edge and composure in the final third. Under Unai Emery, Aston Villa looked organized, aggressive, and confident. For Manchester United, this defeat raises familiar questions about squad depth, game management, and their ability to compete consistently against well-drilled sides.